Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and it's another day of some mixed bag of topics that I've seen on social media. Either they've been trending or it's just been stuff that I want to talk about. We're going to be all over the place, but y'all know that's the beauty of this channel, you know? So before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Now this is very out of character for me, but we're going to talk about sports. I know. We're going to talk about sports. I should tell my brother that I'm doing this because I know he's been begging for me to talk about sports on my channel. I've been seeing some videos about the Raptors and how they have been unfairly treated in the NBA as of late. I think this is the thing that's been going on for a while. It's just reaching me now. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys some clips of the controversy going on from last night's game between the Raptors and the Lakers.
Extremely disappointed with the result of this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. LA knows how to play basketball, but when I watch them, I'm sorry, LA. You guys aren't that great. You have LeBron, which is a phenomenal player, and then AD. But before I get into any of that foolishness, I will say that Barnes had 26 points and 6 assists. You had Barrett that had 23 points. Our boy Quickly had 21 before he got fouled out. We're going to get there. Our boy Spicy P again, 25 points. Big threes at the end of the game too. Put respect on this guy's name. This is what I'm saying. Where the hell was Yak? Yes, I know he rolled his ankle and he was out. But who's going to be, who's the substitute? Okay, I kind of rate Thad. Thad had 10 points, 4 assists, and 5 rebounds. I rate him. I like that. The game was going back and forth, clearly. It wasn't like LA had the W. You know what I'm saying? But watch where the refs have a FanDuel account. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? These are stats. And it's crazy because I watched the game, and yeah, there was a lot of contact. A lot of contact on the Raptors that weren't called. And this is what it is. And this is my frustration right now with the NBA. Listen, Adam Silver, fix up. Tell your referees to fix up. There needs to be fines. There needs to be some sort of repercussion for calls not being made. You're not going to have 23 calls. 23 attempts. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is why I can't rate someone like Anthony Davis, because I don't see how dominant he really is. This guy scored 22 points on the free throw line. 22. And I get it. You know, some of the smaller guys are able to necessarily guard him sometimes. But nah, yo. These guys they're able to guard AD. He's not any swipe down that happened, the refs would call. Are you kidding me, bro? Yeah, I wasn't that impressed with the Lakers game, to be honest. The Raptors did make a little run at the end there. Shooter shot that big 3 at the end. Hell, even Spicy P got the last 3 in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, referees are ruining the game of basketball. Let that be known. Let that be known.
Outrageous. What happened tonight, this is completely BS. This is shame. Shame for the referees, shame for the league to allow this. 23 free throws for them, and we get 2 free throws in the fourth quarter. How to play the game. I understand respect for all stars and all that, but we have star players on our team as well. How's possible that Scotty Barnes, who is all-star caliber player in this league, he goes every single time to the rim with force and trying to get to the rim without flopping and not trying to get foul calls. He gets 2 free throws for the whole game. How's that possible? How are you going to explain that to me? They had to win tonight? If that's the case, just let us know so we don't show up for the game. Just give them a win. But that was not fair tonight. And this is not happening first time for us. Scotty Barnes is going to be all-star. He's going to be the face of this league. And what's happening over here during whole season, I've been holding it back. It's a complete crap.
That offensive foul, did you see, get any explanation?
No, there is no explanation. They just come up there, they review and they see what they want to see. They don't want to hear us, what we got to say. They don't want to hear the players. They don't just want to protect us. Over again, they got 36 free throws, 23 free throws in the fourth quarter. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? How are we supposed to play? It's happening a lot. And I'm telling our guys, be professional. Keep fighting. Keep going for the next one. But until when? For how long?
So there's clearly a discrepancy when it comes to the calls that the refs are making. Fun fact. because, I did my little research. The ref who was reffing that night is also a ref who was reffing the NBA finals when the Raptors won, which honestly, now that I think about it in retrospect, I should have missed work that day. Because at the time I was living in Toronto and I was like, let me be a good employee and show up at work, which I ended up quitting like a month later. Actually, I didn't even quit. I just didn't come back the next day. But anyways, I should have gone because it was such, a monumental time for the Raptors. But anyways, during that time, it was Fred Van Vliet who got that ref demoted. And so I don't know if there's some kind of vendetta that this man now has, which is also misplaced because Fred doesn't even play for them anymore. Fred plays for... Who did we go see when we were in Houston? Was it the Rockets? Houston Rockets? That doesn't sound right. Is it Houston Rockets? I'm going to say it's the Houston Rockets for now. I remembered hearing Fred Van Vliet and I was like, oh, doesn't he play for the Raptors? And my brother was like, no, now he plays for Houston. So I'm not quite sure why this ref has a chip on his shoulder, but apparently this is a thing that's been going on in the NBA towards the Raptors and maybe some other teams too. On top of that, I saw a video from last year. Yeah, so it must have been a few weeks ago because it was in December. From a few weeks ago where one of the players from the Raptors was doing a 3-point shot. And after reviewing the tape, they still were like, we're not going to count it as a 3-pointer. Why? I don't know. Maybe it's because his knees went over the line. I don't know. I don't know how basketball works all the way, okay? I just watch for entertainment and I watch when other people are watching. I don't really know the rules, but it seems like the internet wasn't happy, so I'm going to assume that's not typically how the rules go. So, yeah, it's just interesting to see what the Raptors are going through right now. They literally lost the game by 1 point. Could you imagine how much they would have won if the calls were fair? Interesting. Just had to get in my sports bag for a second. Yeah, don't get used to it because I don't know anything about sports. So let's talk about a little bit that I do know, which is social media. If you do not know who PinkyDoll is, I don't know what kind of rock you've been living under. But honey, PinkyDoll, miss, ice cream so good. Ice cream so, Polly, I almost said Polly want a cracker. I don't know what she says, but she really went viral on TikTok for doing these NPC type lives, and near the end, was it near the end of last year or was it in the fall? Basically, there was this whole outrage of people online when they found out that she was actually darker skinned than what she was on social media. I don't know if people could not tell that she was using a filter on the lives, but almost every filter on TikTok makes your skin look lighter, especially the ones that she deliberately puts on when doing her lives. I don't know if it was a marketing tactic. And as much as a lot of people don't want to admit that colorism is real, it is. So it is more likely that if she was seen as a light-skinned person, she would be received by a wider audience. Then they saw that she was darker skinned and people were like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is not the PinkyDoll that we know.
Some critics were even saying your TikTok is light skin fishing. I don't agree,
Really?
but how do you respond to like those critics?
Well, when I go to the sun, I can get a little darker, but it's life. What can I do? And I love to be a black woman. Fuck the me.
You think they're just haters who don't get it?
Yeah, I think you're just hating. Yeah, straight. It's
Like,
hate.
how are you going to capitalize on this attention, Like sometimes people come and go, but how are you going to stay around?
Well, you can watch the show because I'll be here forever, like I say.
What, are you going to do like acting or music or something like that?
I'm going to music. I have the ice cream so good, but I'm going to release another one, so stay tuned. You know what I'm saying? Yes.
How do you feel about there's so many copycats out there now? It seems like every time I'm scrolling through TikTok Live, there's someone doing NPC.
It's actually great. I love it to see people get the money, the bag, do what you gotta do. I'm happy for you.
I like that.
Well, let me tell you something. This new PinkyDoll is definitely not the PinkyDoll that you know.
Hi guys, today we're gonna eat fufu, egusi soup, and fried bananas. I am known under the name of PinkyDoll, but my real name is Theta. Theta means success, money, treasure, gold, diamond, a queen, a goddess. I am a proud African queen from Congo and Seychelles Island. I want to know, where is my mama Africa and my papa Africa at? Drop your flag in the comment below. Let's do it.
Miss Girl said, I'm getting in touch with my roots. Y'all want to talk about a culture reveal? Yeah, let's do that. Maybe that's what we're doing in 2024. We're doing culture reveals. Let me reveal my heritage. Guys, I'm Zimbabwean. I don't know if you guys knew. I know you can't tell by my voice, more so now that I'm sick. But yeah, I'm Zimbabwean. What is she, Congolese? I don't have the video up. I think she's from Congo. I'm from Zimbabwe. The next time y'all see me, I'll be here in my, I will not be in my traditional wear. That would be hilarious. But yeah, I just saw this video and I was like, well, isn't this interesting? Is this the pivot for her? Is she just accepting her roots, accepting her heritage, her culture, and this is what she's, because it's basically the same content, this whole NPC type thing. It's just, I used to watch her and I would think, man, this is getting old. Not in the sense of I'm sick of her, because I don't consume her content. I'm one of those people where if I don't, I'm going to have a side conversation, then I'm going to get back on topic, okay? One thing that irks me to the core is when people will come into my comments, you talk too much, you do that, I hate that you do, close the video. It is not by force for you to consume my content or any other content online. And you're only making it worse by engaging with the content, because you know what that tells the algorithm? Hey, you like this, let's give you more. And you're acting like you're under duress having to watch this content, and then you're upset in the comments when it truly was a choice to watch it. So I wasn't even tired of PinkyDoll in terms of like, oh, girl, go ahead and do something different, because I wasn't consuming her content anyways. But I think on a personal level, PinkyDoll was like, okay, this is enough. I think I've seen some lives of her where you can clearly tell the jig is up with old girl. So maybe this is the pivot for her. I'm not mad at it. The girl can put it away. Let me tell you, she can eat. This girl can eat. Good luck to you, PinkyDoll. Speaking of identities, Lil Nas X, he's another one who content I don't engage with. I don't know if it was I can't even say last year anymore, 2 years ago in 2022, when he did that, what was that music video? The music video of him going down to hell, and I didn't watch it. I just had people describe it to me. And then he had the shoes with the blood something. That's when I really was like, you know what? This is something I don't engage with his content anyways, but I didn't want it to even be in my field of vision. So I just blocked him. I didn't want his stuff on my timeline. Simple as that. However, even though he was blocked, his stuff has been popping up lately, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of intrigued. I haven't seen what he's been doing in the last 2 years, but I know he has a history of doing these religious-esque things. So to be specific, the Christian religion. A lot of imagery that is tied to Christianity, a lot of verbiage that is tied to Christianity, but in a way to denounce or mock it. And so for a long time, I was very like, I don't want anything to do with it. As a Christian, it's just not for me. Not to say I'm perfect, but there's some other things that should be not for me, but I consume anyways. Topic for another day. So yeah, I don't know what he's been up to, but I've been seeing him doing a lot of religious imagery again. And I think he has an album coming out this Friday called J Christ, which I can only assume is referring to Jesus Christ. He's been on the cross. He's been dressed as an angel. He's been dressed up as Jesus. Just a whole lot of stuff. And recently, this one is very interesting to me, he's been accepted into a school of divinity. I'm gonna read it. Move this thing out the way. I'm gonna read it. Hold on. So yeah, he's been clapping back at people, basically saying like, "Oh, what's your issue? I'm not even saying anything bad about Christianity," but we know he's kind of mocking it. It is what it is. So let me read this here. This is from Liberty University, Office of the President. Dear Montero Hill. Now, I'm not sure if this is legit or not, because from the president, he could definitely be trolling, but whatever. We're going to read it anyways. Dear Montero Hill, congratulations. You have been officially accepted to Liberty University for the fall of 2024 semester with a dual concentration in Christian leadership and biblical studies. As we seek to build a campus community exemplifying strong academic achievement and an unwavering commitment to the Christian faith, our admissions committee is dedicated to selecting students of the highest caliber. We believe you are one of these students, and we are confident you will be an outstanding addition to our student body. I never got an acceptance letter like this. This must be fake. Either it's fake or my university did not give a damn. At Liberty, we specialize in preparing students to succeed, not just as professionals in the workplace, but as citizens who glorify God in their calling and communities. During your time at Liberty, you will be mentored by faculty who bring real-world experience to the classroom to take personal interest in the success of their students. We are committed to investing in the lives of our students and helping them realize their God-given potential. Montero, the entire Liberty family congratulates you. Now it is your time to train as a champion for Christ. Sincerely, Jeffrey Falwell, who is the president, allegedly. To this, he said, I know Twitter hates me right now, but I want y'all to know I'm literally about to go to college for biblical studies in the fall. Not everything is a troll. Anyways, I'm a student again. Let's go. So seemingly he's excited about this alleged degree in divinity that he's about to do. You know what? I say this all the time. I'm going to say it again. We never know the intentions of somebody. The only person who knows is the person who holds those intentions. Okay. So is he being a troll? Very well could be. Is he being genuine? Very well could be. It's not for me to decide. What I do want to have a conversation with you guys about is why do you guys think that Lil Nas does this stuff? Because to me, I do think it's a bit of an identity crisis. As somebody who grew up in the church, I sometimes am like offended by the things that he does. But as somebody who grew up in the church, I understand some of the things that he does. So from the part that I'm offended by, I do think there's a difference between the church itself and what the church is supposed to represent. Because to me, the church is supposed to represent a body of believers who are seeking more in life, who are seeking salvation through Jesus Christ. And so for him to constantly be mocking Jesus Christ, like that's the part for me that I'm just like, you know, like what did God himself do to you? If you even believe in God. If he didn't believe in God, it's whatever. But it seems like a part of him does, or at least wants to, and is hurt by the things that he has experienced, which to me is an issue to have with the church. Because like I said, as somebody who grew up in the church, I understand the hurt. I really do. I was never bullied at home. I was never bullied at school. I absolutely was bullied in the church. The worst things I've seen done to other people, done to me, I've heard said about other people, said to and about me, have been in the church. And so it's very hard sometimes for me to even want to go to church, because I know the issue that I have is not with God, even though sometimes we be tussling. It's with those people in those damn buildings. Truly. Some of the most vile things have come from church people. And I wonder, so with Lil Nas X, is it a situation of he really just wants to connect with an entity that hasn't embraced him, whether directly or indirectly, because we do know that the Bible does speak against the lifestyle that he lives? Or, I forgot my first thought. I can't even say or because I forgot what was the first thing that I said. Point of the matter is, I do feel like a little bit of this is an identity crisis that he's having. Maybe he wants to be accepted by something that is just so adamant on rejecting him or what he perceives as a rejection. It's sad to see. It is sad to see. I don't know what his reason is for wanting to go to school for biblical studies and what was it, Christian leadership or something like that. But maybe he'll be getting the answers that he needs. And whether that's to be a Christian or to not be a Christian, that's his own walk. I just think, for somebody who claims to like be confused as to why Christians are always coming for him or whatever the things that he's like confused about, then why not change the content? Like, why not just stop talking about that and talk about other things? We found out about him with Old Town Road. I don't know, go back to the country stuff. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because he keeps putting himself in this line of fire, I think that a part of him is pleading to be accepted and is upset that at Christianity's core, unfortunately, it doesn't. It should. I feel like it should. Because as Christians, we're not called to judge. We're called to love. That is it. But the judgment is always going to follow. And there's nothing we can do about that. As people, we're people. I'm judging right now. It's just what people do. So, yeah, the Lil Nas thing was interesting to me. To people who are very offended by Lil Nas X, just skip it. Skip it. Scroll. Mute. Block. There's really no need for you to consume his content other than to be irritated, other than to be triggered. If he pisses you off that much, stop engaging. Like I said, the music video of him going down to hell, I've never seen it. I've heard of it from other Christians who are mad about it. How could you be mad about something you don't know about? You stop watching. You'll be just fine. Anyways, the last topic that I wanted to talk about, well, actually, before I get to that last topic, I wanted to quickly touch on the Oprah situation. Because Miss Oprah, obviously has also been in the line of fire as of late. And it's because of Taraji P. Henson, who has spoken out about, what she perceives as mistreatment in the industry, which I do believe. And so now Daniel Brooks has come out and spoken in her defense. Fantasia hasn't said much, but we know they're like this, the two of them, Taraji and Fantasia. So I'm sure she's in agreement to some degree. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. You know what? Maybe not, because I remember Taraji was talking about how she wanted, what did she say? She wanted a car service or at least a driver rather than what Warner Brothers provided, which was rental cars. And Fantasia was like, oh, no, I want to drive myself because I don't trust nobody else to drive me but me. So yeah, maybe a part of her doesn't agree with everything, but I think as Taraji's friend, she does stand in solidarity, I would assume. So Oprah has been in hot water because of all of this. She's had to turn off all her comments. And recently at the Golden Globes, she decided to speak out about all the backlash that she's been getting.
People are saying that I was not supporting Taraji. Taraji will tell you herself that I've been the greatest champion of this film, championing not only the behind-the-scenes production, but also everything that everybody needed. I'm not in charge of the budget because that's Warner Brothers. You know, that's the way the studio system works. And we as producers, everybody gets their salary. That's negotiated by your team. And so whenever I heard there was an issue or there was a problem, I would step in and do whatever I could to make it right. I'm all for everybody being the greatest and rising to meet the rising of their own life. There was something online about us being separated at the top of the Empire State Building. On that particular day, we were so cold So I don't know what kind of body language people were talking about. There's no validity to there being a thing between Taraji and I.
So my thing with Oprah is, in as much as Oprah is not the end all and be all of the production, she is a producer, but she is not Warner Brothers. So therefore, the final decisions are made by Warner Brothers. I do think that some of the backlash she's getting is because she took so long to speak up. So when Taraji first said what she said, she didn't back her. Even though the narrative now that she is saying and all the other women are saying is that whenever they brought an issue up to Oprah, she immediately intervened. So now when Taraji is talking about mistreatment in the industry and how it happened during The Color Purple, Oprah was quiet. And so people are like, well, hold on, wait a minute now. Miss Oprah Winfrey, if you're not talking, you must be the problem. And then there was this backtracking, not even backtracking. What could I say? Trying to save face more so, because it's not like she said anything against Taraji. She was definitely trying to save face, doing the highlight on Taraji, which she did highlight everybody. Now speaking out the Golden Globes, having an Oprah sit-down session with Taraji. I'll insert a few clips of that here.
Taraji P. Henson, Suge Avery. You said this is a full circle moment for you. Why so?
Well, because, you know, studying theater, we used a lot of the monologues in college to study. I was supposed to play Suge. I couldn't run from it. Even though I said no years ago, it came back.
People see in their mind, this is Cookie walking in there.
Right.
Why were you nervous about this?
Well, for me, one, I don't pick a role unless it scares me. Like, if I'm not scared, then it's like, maybe that's too easy for me.
Wow.
It has to be challenging for me, because I have to challenge the audience.
Who knew Taraji could sing?
Yeah. It's something that I could always do. And I think people were like, oh, wow, she really can sing.
So after all of this trying to save face, save her image, I started to think, would it have been that bad if Oprah had just stepped in and said something when Taraji first said something? We had seen Taraji 4, 5, 6 times before we got anything from Oprah. In my opinion, that's what it felt like. And yeah, Oprah, in as much as it's frustrating for people to tie you into the mess, we don't know nobody at Warner Brothers. But you've made it very clear that this is your passion project. We know that The Color Purple has Oprah written all over it. Even though it also has Whoopi, we don't see nothing about Whoopi. Even in the movie, you see Whoopi for all of 37 seconds. Like, you are the biggest name that people are going to tie to. You are the highest power, seemingly. So there is going to be onus put on you, whether you feel like it's deserved or not. I do think that some of the energy is misdirected, but I do think that she could have mitigated the situation by saying something when it was first happening. Moving on. The last thing I wanted to talk about was Teyana Taylor and Iman Shumpert. We talked about it a little bit on live yesterday. I hadn't had time to read the article, so I'm going to read it today. Essentially, according to Teyana Taylor, she feels as if her estranged husband is an unfit parent. That's the simplest way that I can put it. So as we know, last year we discovered that they had been separated for a while. And in January, Teyana had actually filed for divorce. A few of the reasons why were because, I guess you could say, irreconcilable differences. One of those differences being the fact that Iman was always jealous of her career. He didn't appreciate being in the background, even though he is the higher earner. And you would assume has a bigger profile than she does. But anyways, according to page 6, this is now what Teyana is saying. Teyana Taylor accused estranged husband Iman Shumpert of smoking marijuana and being under the influence around their two young daughters in a new court filing. According to the court documents obtained by TMZ, y'all must work for the powers of evil, because how are y'all always in front of the line? How are y'all always first to know? I will never forgive TMZ. Not that they're looking for my forgiveness. I will never forgive TMZ for breaking the news of Kobe's death before even Vanessa knew. She found out online. Sick. Anyways, According to court documents obtained by TMZ Tuesday, the Gonna Love Me singer claims that former NBA star failed to properly care for their children, Junie, 8 years old, and Rue, 3 years old, by allegedly smoking weed around the girls and being under the influence when they're in his care. Taylor, 23, claimed in documents that Shumpert, also 33, I said 33, right? Yeah, failed to feed the girls while they were in their family home. You're so out of touch with reality that you forget to feed your daughters? How you don't feed the kid? Additionally, she claimed her ex allegedly placed the children alone in a ride share, it was an Uber, and had them dropped off at the United Center in Chicago while he had a separate driver take him to the arena. Wait a minute. So I knew about this, but I thought they were going to a different place. Or maybe he was staying home and he wasn't in a state to drive the kids. You were going to the same place? What? Why do I sound like Idris Elba right now? You were going to the same place? Oh, hell no. That's insane. Shumpert allegedly consistently demonstrates a clear disregard for the safety of minor children, according to the docs. Page Six reached out to a rep of Shumpert but did not immediately hear back. In September, the Coming to America actress announced she and former Cleveland Cavaliers basketball player were splitting. In the Instagram post, Taylor said that she and Shumpert had been separated for a while, and she insisted that cheating did not lead to the demise of their 7-year marriage. We later found out that it was a part of it. Maybe that wasn't the reason why she wanted to file, but there was definitely cheating involved when it came to their marriage. Well, hold on. Because one thing I'm pretty sure we know about them is they have opened up their marital bed. So is it cheating if it is agreed upon by all parties? No. Anyways, she cited that cheating was not a part of it. Quote here says, to be 1,000% clear, infidelity ain't one of the reasons for our departure. We are still best friends, great business partners, and are one hell of a team when it comes to co-parenting our 2 beautiful children. Honey, it's giving cap, 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 cap. At this point, whew. She also said that they will remain a family despite their breakup. 2 months later, the couple's divorce docs leaked, proving that she actually filed for divorce from the NBA champion in January of 2023. The Do Not Disturb singer accused Shumpert of treating her cruelly and displaying extreme narcissistic behavior throughout the majority of their marriage in the court docs. Taylor also claimed in the docs that the athlete turned rapper allegedly cheated on her multiple times and sent her condescending and manipulative messages about her career. Sheesh. As Shumpert allegedly became more and more angry, she said she even began to intentionally dim her light for her husband to try to have a harmonious and peaceful marriage. Taylor spoke out about the leak online, saying that this is very heartbreaking that someone would take out the time to make such a private matter public for the world to see. Babe, you've been famous for how long? I know you from Sweet 16. I know you from Google Me, baby. You better ask somebody. You better Google me, babe. Like, babe, come on. You knew these people were going to find out what really was the deal. Shumpert asked the court to remove the estranged wife's cruel treatment claim in November 22. Not on my birthday. In November 22 divorce filing. Okay. Is there more? This article is hard to read. It's so chunked up. He argued that Taylor did not prove that he ever treated her in a way that made her feel unsafe during their marriage. The choreographer and Shumpert tied the knot in October 2016. They welcomed Junie in December 2015 and Rue in September 2020. That is the end of the story. Like I said, with the Rachel Lindsay situation, the dissolution of a marriage is not something to celebrate, in my opinion, unless abuse was involved. So it is sad to see that they are breaking up, especially because from the outside looking in, they looked like such an immaculate pair. It just like was 2 peas in a pod, perfection in terms of being matched to each other. Not saying they're perfect people or they're a perfect couple, but they just seemed so well suited. So now that things have, ended in this way, and she has said so much in her documents that goes against the perception we had of them, is sad. It is sad. This reckless endangerment of the children, though, come on now, sir. You getting so high, you forget to feed the children? You getting so high, you cannot be in the same car to take these children down to the arena? You putting them in an Uber by themselves? If there was a chaperone or something, cool. No chaperone. They're in a rideshare on their own. You're incapacitated. Absolutely not. Just on that alone, I would file for divorce. I don't care. I almost said I don't care what you do to me, which is hyperbole. I do care. Mess with my babies. No redemption. Mess with my children and there's no redemption. I hope that this is just Teyana's account of things and the truth is not this. But if it is, honey, take them kids. Take them kids. No, that is not right. That is not right at all. Anyways, wishing everybody all the best. Hoping that Iman can have a reality check again, if this is true, and conduct himself better as a parent, especially in front of the kids. Like, nobody's saying you can't do your extracurricular activities, but you're putting the kids in danger. Not a good look. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I don't know how often I'll be able to do these random hot topic videos, especially because I'll be getting back into the reviews real soon. But you can always tune in for the lives for Taste of Reality, hopefully every Sunday. So I will see you guys then. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, did I already say that? Chat, I'll just see you in the next one.